Hello, and welcome back to stream. Today I'm bringing the energy of a girl what ran over her toe with her chair and right before streaming. So hey, it's fine now, but it did hurt. I mean, really, I didn't have anything else to mention though. I might have. It was painful though. Just felt you'd all need to know that very pertinent information. Very pertinent. However, in terms of other pertinent information, we're here for Scarlet Hollow, Episode 1 Monday. Last time we started the game, our protagonist, Kid, rode the bus into Scarlet Hollow, the town. And boy, dismal little place. Basically they're here for a funeral, and then there's Tabitha, who is our cousin, and she doesn't like us a lot. It's her mom what died, and from information we've been able to glean, our mom died years prior, which unfortunately, dead mom joke didn't float well with Tabitha. Did not like that one. But our mother wasn't exactly well liked amongst the citizens of Scarlet Hollow, probably because she decided to leave the very profitable coal mining industry. And now Tabitha's kind of just running that on her own, especially now that she has a dead mom. But it wasn't all bad, you know. Kid did meet some other people in town who weren't Tabitha and weren't kind of predisposed to disliking them. There is, of course, the one, the only, Gretchen, the dog. And, of course, her owner, Stella, who hunts cryptids and puts that on YouTube. And today, we're going to be helping her with that. Because that's right, it's Skunk Ape Hunt 2021. Gonna hunt some skunk apes. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. I fail to see a problem here. You feel a sense of foreboding. More alive than you've been in years, strangely calm, tense, unsettled, nothing. We're just going to ignore our mystical senses, because are they really mystical senses, or are we just that one person who talks about vibes all the time? I'm going to say strangely calm. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky, fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. That's just called climate change, Stella. Oh, sure, brag about getting fall still. I miss fall. Is there anything fun about skunk apes? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Really? Can you say that ghosts aren't cryptids? Really, as a concept, technically, yeah, sure. Ghosts are ghosts, but I'm sure there are cryptid ghosts, right? Well, these are all explore options. I think the first thing we'd ask is just, hey, what's the weirdest thing you've seen in these woods? Other than anything cryptid related, of course. We're not leading with the cryptids? That seems like a weird decision. Yeah? It's fucked up. Ugh, the deer these days just eating birds. Fucking whatever. Well, that's horrifying in a much different way. Gross, but admirable. Let's ask her if she finds any ghosts. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Alright, so you never found ghosts, which means these videos are just you going around a house going, "Hey, ghosts? Hey, ghosts?" Ah, yeah, see, Cryptid Expert says that werewolves as a category can also overlap with cryptids. See, she knows what she's talking about. I mean, you can't rule out demons, but God, I hope they aren't there. What about aliens? What do you think about aliens? Oh, well, why aren't you making alien videos then, huh, Stella? Oh. Gretchen, laying out some very, depressing facts for us. Ah, okay, so there's no interest in it, because, you know, that's just assumed. Hmm. See, that's just what the government wants you to think. I mean, I don't want to go on and raid a government base. So, I don't know if I want to say, heck yeah, aliens are real, but... You see, alright, so... I, the real person, you know, assume aliens exist, because, hoo boy, wouldn't it suck if there was a whole big universe, and it rolled, just intelligent life on one planet, and then it got humans. Wouldn't that be unfortunate? Sapience is a curse. Anyway, what's Kid think? You know, I'm gonna go heck yeah, aliens are real. High five! See, I think this is where we're gonna have to, diverge here. I don't know. Could just be one of those sleep paralysis demons. That could have been sleep paralysis. I think alien abductions usually are. Maybe he pulled off to the side of the road for a nap and wound up having a wild hallucination while he slept. Yeah, you know, maybe just one of those finger takers grabbed it. Look, sometimes fingers disappear. I don't have all the answers. I mean, we can't say that he's lying, because, I mean, surely somebody would have checked both pinkies to see if one of them was missing, so... Dang, got me again, expert Stella. Alright, you got me there. If this is real, I've got no idea what could have happened with that finger. So... Are you really expecting to find anything out here? What are the chances we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? Yeah, I bet the skunk ape only wants to go to the YouTubers that have like millions of subscribers. Fucking skunk ape. Damn that skunk ape. He's just chasing clouds. Damn you, skunk ape. Damn you. And hey, why push anything and say has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? We don't want to ruin the mood. And besides, we're just chasing a skunk ape. Oh, Duke. Just coming out with your gun. I mean, you gotta be careful in case one of the cryptids is dangerous. What if the skunk ape has a knife? Have you ever considered that, Duke? You know. Do you have a problem with the skunk ape, Duke? Yeah, you know, it's skunk ape night. That guy's gonna be rowdy. Skunk Ape 2, the sequel to Skunk Ape? Is it Skunk Ape but better? Yeah, 3 seems pretty bad. Wait a minute. Our 2 problems could be linked. You can't know that for sure, Duke. You don't even know what a skunk ape is. Okay, but are mountain lions cryptids? I mean, Stella, I know you're the expert here, but have you ever considered that the mountain lions are indeed cryptids and are very stealthy? Ah, shit. Okay, so yeah, Gretchen would know mountain lion pee, but could still be a cryptid. Oh no. No. You subjected Duke to the internet. No! Why would we do that? Dang. So let's see, what are the options? We're here first. What if you find a mountain lion and don't kill it? Right on, Duke. Kill that mountain lion. Can't you just buy more chickens? This is between Duke and Stella. Well, you know, I'm pretty sure all this feels kind of wrong, you know? Like, don't know if it's cryptids or mountain lions, but, like, something about this feels off either way. We can confirm chicken deaths, and Gretchen can confirm pee on all the best trees. Not just any trees, the best ones. I don't think this ends well for you. If only your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins. You know he hates that game. I mean, have you seen how many subscribers she has? I mean, dang, dude, that's your livelihood, but this is mine. I gotta get those views, Duke. I mean, is that the vibe we're going for? You know what, this seems to be a bad impasse. We'll find a cryptid somewhere else. Let's just go, Stella. He's the one with a gun, after all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Alright, well, if you hear any more twig snaps, you can't immediately panic. I know the Duke Trail, and I know we can get around it. I mean, his first impression wasn't the worst. He wouldn't actually shoot us. Well, I'm not super enthusiastic, but, I am curious, so, well, lead the way. She hands you the camera and takes position. Dang. Skunk Ape travels. You can't escape him. He wants to see all the sights. Do you think all the dogs understand what Gretchen's saying? I mean, I don't see why not. I like to think that there is just a subculture of pets that like Gretchen. You know all those pets who like watching like YouTube videos or streams? Yeah, Gretchen's real popular with those. I mean, is there anything wrong here? Not a big fan of the bugs. I mean, if one of these was an explorer, I would choose this, but that's that's me. Kid, I think, would immediately go to It's Breathtaking. And the air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. I mean, what does Gretchen have to say about this? Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snorts. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. Well, I think it would be a good moment to mention that this game does come with content warning for, amongst other things, body horror and gore and whatnot. Don't know why I mentioned that here. Obviously because, oh god, the Skunk Ape found us! Now it is we who are hunted. Oh, Christ. Ah, it's just a deer then. I mean, if one of these deer is from the city, then it could gore us. You never know. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlights. A single deer remains behind, staring down the light of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Ah, well, talk to animals is coming in useful, I see. Fuck him up, Gretchen. And then it's gone. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blind rage. Oh, Gretchen, you're so good. I mean, they should. Well, there was something wrong with that deer. That's a pretty big tumor on that deer, am I right? Did you see its face? Yeah. Yeah, there was. Just a super tumor. Well, that got my heart right up. I'm ready for the hunt. Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Well, I mean, I'm thinking at this point, kid's really not liking the vibes here, so it's never too late to turn back. I don't think I'm really cut out for this sort of thing. Those deer genuinely spooked me. I don't know if you want me weighing you down. Yeah, you just aren't accustomed to the sounds of the forest or deer tumors. I mean, that still sounds like horrible monsters waiting for opportunities to shred you to bits. I should mention, now that snacks are present, that one interesting thing about this game is you can take that bag of wet peanuts back on the bus, and if you do so, you can pretty much offer it to anybody when you first meet them, and they'll never take it. But by not taking the wet peanuts, I have actually opted out of the run-on joke. Which, just thought I'd mention that. Anyway, as you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Alright, take the trail mix, extra M&Ms, snack bar, dried apricots, sesame sticks. I'm gonna say probably snack bar. Like, I would probably say sesame sticks myself. Kind of leaning towards that, but I think kid goes for the snack bar. I'm just a big fan of food. Silently tear into it. It's a good combo. Who could turn their nose up at a dried cherry? And cashews are always an excellent choice for a nut bar. Sturdy yet soft. I mean, I happen to know that in another world, you clearly don't like wet peanuts. An expert on cryptids, aliens, and snacks. Well, I mean, if you ever need to stop hunting cryptids because deer with a horrible tumor just fucks up your entire day, hey, snack making business. You should consider that. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. When did I mention I was from Adrestia? I mean, Adrestia is pretty great. We recently abolished crests, so that was nice. So yeah, there's no class hierarchy anymore. It's pretty good. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. I feel like we've mentioned vague living situations before, but like all those descriptions can match one of these, so... You know, I'm going to say, given the way I've dealt with everything thus far, this is a pretty good description. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had him move in, and they left and just stuck me with him. You would think I would be used to awkward situations with people because of that, but came here to Scarlet Hollow and nope, still not good with social situations. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain too much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's being really sneaky about, but there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there are only two of us living there, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. And he infringes on my privacy all the time, too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes even attack the door until I open it, then just walk away. This is a cat, isn't it? This is a fucking cat, isn't it? Which, of course, also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business. Sometimes, almost like he wants me to watch him. And ugh, at least once a week he somehow misses and leaves these big pee puddles which I always wind up stepping in. It's gotten to the point that I think he's causing lasting damage to the house, and no matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat. And it's not like I can just give him away or anything. That would be cruel. Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. Let's see. Build programmatic ads for a company nobody's ever heard of. Sell arts and crafts on Etsy. First year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer. I'm a student. I'm a teacher. Service industry, rather not say, remain silent. I mean, we've established extremely vibe-based person kid is, so clearly arts and crafts on Etsy. I have an Etsy store where I sell assorted arts and crafts. Sometimes I'll do commissions, sometimes I'll just sort of find something on the street and fix it up with a quirky design, like giving it a mustache or a painting to look like a bee. I mean, we've not talked at all about our job, so I don't know. I don't think Kid really likes it anymore. It used to be fun and relaxing, but now that it's a job, it's lost a lot of its luster. See, what you gotta do, Kid, is you gotta just, get into conversations with people on, Zoom or whatever, and, ask to see their pets, right? But it's actually a secret plan, because while you're going to be talking to the person, the cat's also going to be giving you advice. Also, it just occurred to me what really works about accidentally choosing the cat roommate option is the fact that we do have talk to animals, so of course Kid just talks about this cat like they're a person. They can speak to Truck, and Truck will still not listen to whatever they have to say. Sounds fake, but okay. I mean, we've seen Stella get somewhere close to stressed. I mean, it's an Etsy store, you can have a day where you don't work, so we're gonna be funny about it. Sounds fake, but okay. A crisp breeze passes over you. I mean, why not ask her about her living situation? Ah, so it's not located on the end of a cliff? Okay, cool. Well, we've already heard sort of the parent situation, so we're going to say something, but it's not going to be, oh, do you live with your parents? Because we know. We already know. Do you live alone there? Oh, because they're dead? I mean, let's go for the... We're gonna cover our bases here. We're going to not be too presumptuous in either direction. We are not just gonna be like, oh, heck yeah, are you also part of the Dead Moms Club? Dang! 3 of us! One of us hates my gut for suggesting that. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. I mean, they did kinda know. Ah, so, kid's mother died pretty recently. I've learned my lesson. After the last time, we're not doing the dead mom's joke again. What were they like? Did you get along? So theoretically I could kill and eat the Skunk Ape if I had to. Don't want to, though. I want to keep the Skunk Ape alive. Could she have treated a deer tumor? Huh. Well, that's weird. That was an explorer option, but that's a weird sound interrupting everything. Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. Oh man, it's a Skunk Ape. It's gotta be right. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Thanks, Gretchen. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Ah, it's the pain chicken! Ah, we didn't need to be worried. It's just the pain chicken. The chicken that screams about pain. One of my favorite cryptids. Ah, shit, my Skunk Ape theory was wrong. Alright, yeah, let's just be reassuring. If you're determined to go off, we're just gonna be right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. I mean, why would we say that? That'd be rude as hell. Are you okay? Well, hopefully that's one of the 3 that disappeared, because if there are any new ones, oh no. I mean, I feel like we can get enough information from the chicken without going near it. Jesus, Stella, don't go near that. That thing is diseased. I mean, you'd either have a lot more views or it would be banned on YouTube. Either way, much different result for your channel. Yeah, we're gonna say yes, please. This is way more than I bargained for. Let's just leave the rest of this to the man with a gun. Yeah, no kidding. Same. Same, Stella, same. Ah, we're surrounded. Lovely. Hey, Duke, how's it going? We found her like this. Yeah, we're not... Why would we not tell him anything? I hate this old man so much. I just want to be a complete jerk to him. So yeah, we caught a glimpse of something earlier, and when we chased after it, it brought us here. You wouldn't film a dying chicken, would ya? That's fucked up. Oh no. Oh no, Gretchen's in a blood rage. No! As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Ah, heck. Oh, I was hoping talk to animals would help me here. Fuck. Oh no. I feel like there's a chance talk to animals could come in useful later. But at that point, it's a gamble. Really sorry, Duke, but like, I'm sure there's a whole lot of stuff you want to do, and you want to avenge that chicken, but like, this dog's got a blood feud with a cat, and I can't take that away from her. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in. I'm not alright. Not alright at all. No, I'm not okay, but I'm not shot if that's what you're asking. You? Ah, curse your blood rage, Gretchen. If only I could have spoken to you. I regret to inform you, Stella, Duke is extremely not okay. Oh, yep, so there's the gore I warned you about. I mean, I don't think I can trust my fists in the situation, but the police aren't going to help either. Although, if they're about as skilled as Duke... Nah. Again, don't really want to go on a gamble. Uh, yeah, we're not going after those things. Can't really forget this ever happened. Although, I guess we have to go to the police because we gotta report the death. A man fucking died. Yeah, I don't think Kid really knows what to do in this situation. You stand in stunned silence. You've seen dead people before, but never like this. And those things are still out there. Oh no. Oh no, Gretchen hasn't conceptualized death. Other than death from aging. Just zoom and enhance, it'll be fine. Yeah, Duke's family deserves to know that he got fucking shot by a weird ghost thing. Uh, I'm thinking we need to. No, no. Are you nuts? A man is dead, Stella. Yeah, let's not push it. Let's not push it. Ah, they're back. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. As you and Stella reach the main road, the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. You feel a buzz in your pockets. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. Tabitha, cousin. In case you forgot. And 13 text messages. Hmm. I didn't think Tabitha would be so needy. No, we are going to absolutely text her that we're okay. Hey, calm down. I was just in the forest almost getting murdered by weird ghosts. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. I mean, we should tell her that we were almost murdered by ghosts. It seems important. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think I'm in trouble. That's a lot of text and missed calls from you-know-who. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Yes, it's Duke, but he is extremely dead. This is not a fucking joke. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives on the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly, older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. I hate this man already. I do appreciate that right after the scene where these things are horrifying, you just have a character compare them to the Pillsbury Doughboy. A whole lot of confidence in your horror writing and arts that you can just casually do that. I appreciate that. Ah, yeah, the naked maniac who is just a tube. I mean, it's evidence, but we need this for YouTube.
The law sucks, fuck you.
Sorry, what? Oh, one of those ghosts must be back. Whew. Oh, geez, we better get out of here. Sheriff Earl. I mean, I hope out of everybody the cops don't know who I am. You don't know me, right? Ah, dang it. Tabitha's cousin, yeah. I mean, part of me thinks I shouldn't have. But I guess I did also save a dog tonight, so. Silver lining. You and these naked maniac theories, Franklin. Never once has a naked maniac ever been a cryptid. Well, aren't you pleasant, Earl? Aren't you pleasant? Yeah, only have a skeleton crew, and guess who's a skeleton? Well, no, he's hopefully got more than just bones. I don't think Duke decomposed that quickly. Stella sighs, as do I. Did I say as do I or as does I? Only one of those is grammatically correct. Oh, sure, Gretchen, just roll over for the cops, why don't you? Oh, sure, you'll be friendly with anyone who pets you. Oh, yeah, get a good night's sleep, that's real easy. Fox Mulder. You know what? If he can't be bothered to learn it, I'm just going to remain silent. You say nothing. Oh, great, cool, good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. I mean, hey, if I had to listen between, uh, walking home after a traumatic experience and riding in a cop car, I could totally understand walking instead. Keep an eye on me? Wow, can you believe the things that I'm going through tonight, Stella? Uh, I can't quite tell what I'm not surprised about. kind of want to ask how Stella is, but like, I don't know. Getting some bad vibes from those cops. Why are they so blasé about everything? They sure seemed a little blasé about a man's death. Yeah, fuck those guys. They're probably just fucking puppeteering him right now. That's what you got for that? Yeah, you know, just fucking 1-2 punched Duke's shotgun into his head, firing it as it aimed. They're cops. It's their whole job to put it on somebody, so of course they'd pick the out-of-towner. Here's hoping the footage clears my name. No kidding. I'm so in trouble. That's why you were fine with riding up front. I see. You're uninformed. Don't worry, Gretchen. I've got pamphlets. Your Honor, I present to you this evidence. What the fuck happened here? I don't know, but it wasn't Kid doing a murder. I think we can agree on that. Alright, well, I guess now we have to do investigative work to not get arrested for a murder we didn't do. Dang. Well, I guess now it is a good thing that there's a week before the funeral. Stella is helping us. Why would we be rude? She wants to make sure we're not arrested for a ghost's murder. I mean, look, we've already texted and called Tabitha. That's good enough for now. Let's just do it. The general store. This must be where Stella's friend Kanika lives. Oh, is there? You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear its approach. Whoever this is, its presence has chilled you to your soul. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. A middle-aged woman stands in the entryway. Oh, don't worry, that's just Wayne. He's an ass. He just does this to people. Getting pranked by Wayne Radio TV, damn it. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. So I do have to wonder, mystics seem to have something to say about this guy. So, you know, it is a very good question. Like, do we actually have powers other than talking to animals, or is that just constant vibe checking? Because if we're just vibe checking, then yeah, that's just us turning around and seeing a weirdo and being like, I don't like that guy. But it not really meaning anything. That's just old Wayne up to his old pranks again. But if we're actually mystical, then apparently Wayne is just a ghost or a zombie or something. Hey, maybe Wayne's a cryptid. Have you ever considered that? Oh, Forsyth. You know, I liked him in Fire Emblem Echoes, pretty good character, pretty good character. You and Mrs. Forsyth briefly lock eyes, so blinding and overpowering is her aura that just looking at her feels like staring directly into the sun. Her gaze pierces entirely through you, and in that moment, you feel wholly known. Alright, this is what's going to answer my questions. Does Mrs. Forsyth know about any of that? Was that an actual thing that happened, or are we just a weirdo? And then the moment passes, and you see only the middle-aged woman before you. Hey, you're the one person who has actually cared about my mother. Well, I mean, Stella kinda cared, but we were talking about her dead parents in passing. Mostly everybody else's reaction is just, fuck that lady. She sucks. Alright, so... I mean... You knew my mom? How did you know that she died? Ah, well, Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, checks out. I've never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I've no feelings about the woman. So anyway, who was that outside? It's just Wayne. Nobody cares. Anyway, we need your help. Man died. You know about my aura. Yes, unfortunately. Never trust the police. Only cryptid hunters will help you. I mean, you can just say Pillsbury Doughboy. It was a pretty apt comparison. Stella pulls a memory card from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. Dang, you just did that in your pocket? Nice. Oh, I can't believe you're withholding evidence. Oh. All of a sudden, I'm pro-cop. Smooth. Cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Or, you know, accidentally erased it. Oh, it's those motherfuckers. Zoom, enhance, and louden. I mean, somebody should get that boiling water. Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am. Hey, I was witness to a murder. I mean, let's just start with Haim, kid. She clearly does not like seeing new people, so let's just get this out of the way. Yeah, I mean, I'd put up a content warning, but, you know, video's not done yet. You need me to tell you that, can't just write it down. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Oh yes, I've got nothing. Also, extremely good shirt. Just gonna point that out. Yeah, you know, it's just a bit of trauma, but physically, nothing bad. Let's just remain silent. We don't want to be rude. You remain silent. Well, I mean, let's just go for it. I haven't been choosing many mystical options, but you know what? Even if this is just a vibe check, like, I feel like this makes sense as a conclusion. Whatever happened in the woods, we weren't supposed to see any of that. Yeah, so these are ditchlings. They're just the omen. Duke got his fucking brains blown out by the thing that warns you of the worst things, in case you needed to know the situation. Yeah, he super fucking murdered him. Whoops, my hand slipped and you shot yourself. Heck. Fucking Greek tragedy bullshit. I can't believe it. Can you believe a face like this is cursed by fate? Life can be so cruel sometimes. Oh, are they? Alright, well, you know what? Hey, don't buy into this magic nonsense. Anyway, I can talk to animals. I don't think the ditchlings were here for Duke. We have clearly seen enough of these things and heard enough of these things to know that they're clearly warning us. Also, I do appreciate that I apparently just chose the combination that gets us this option. Couldn't do this before this game funded. I have to agree with Sybil. I could clearly hear them telling us that this place is cursed and to get out while we still can. Spooky stuff. Yes, that's another neat thing. I did not remember this, but, I guess since I had talked to animals, you could actually hear what they were whispering. But, yeah, I'd completely forgotten that it must have just been noise, before this game funded and before Talk to Animals was an option. Did not pick up on that in the, date night stream. I mean, no. No, not in the slightest. I mean, that's still a good question. Oh, so this is a Resident Evil monster. I see, I see. What's the fucking biology of these things? She's so concerned about this tea. I'm tired of shit. I'm still wired. Yeah, you know what? I think this is where I'm at. I can stay out. I'm still wired from everything that happened. Don't stay up all night on the online. Oh my goodness. Sybil's great. Well, I'll try not to, run into Wayne again. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. It's unfortunately short and centered around, you know, ghost murder. Don't think the ghosts will be able to let that fly in court, though. Oh, no, 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 we're just an omen of things to come. We didn't mean to kill him. Guess what? You still did, ditchlings. You still did. Hell yeah, sleepover. Yeah, I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. I mean, Sybil said that ditchlings are harmless. I think it'll be okay. It's not far. I'm leaving town as soon as I can. Yeah, we're in this together. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estates alone. Almost home. You've made it. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. Well, let's knock. As you raise your arm, the door swings open. Do you know somebody named Wayne? I watched a man die tonight. So, kind of want to ask about Wayne, but, like, that's neither here nor there. You know what? Like, she's gonna be mad that it took us so long to text back. I'm going to say... Yeah, you know what? I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and it ended with us watching a man die. No, but, like, did you hear the murder part? That wasn't just a cryptid, that was death. Alright, sweet. Okay, good night. I don't feel like I quite want to go with any of these options. Because clearly Tabitha doesn't want to hang out. But also, I'm not having Tabitha tuck me in. Alright, well, let's just say goodnight. We're not getting anywhere here. You're alone in the estates. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. Oh, I want to see Frou-Frou and Dustin, though. I need to rub it into Frou-Frou's face that Gretchen is alive. That might not have been the case. We could have let Gretchen run off. As you settle into your room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Well, let's just call her. You pull out your phone and call. She sounds a bit different, like she's been crying. I died, actually. No, this is not a good time for jokes. Because, I mean, maybe we did legitimately die, and now we're just ghost calling. Hey, what's up, Stella? This is Ghost Trick. How's it going? Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. this is the end of Episode 1. Episode 2 will be releasing on Steam in May. So yes. Yeah, that's Scarlet Hollow Episode 1, and I did not realize they had a specific month in mind. I just remembered Q2. Also, apologies for all of the stuttering there, and the continual stuttering. I don't know why, apparently, either OBS or just my computer in general just did not play ball with that. But anyway, yeah. End of Episode 1. If you'd like to continue with this world state in Episode 2, please save your game now. Oh, yep, let's not continue. We're going to save. Oh, God, I do... Computer, why? I mean, I'm not going to go back to that specific moment. Well, part of me is kind of curious what happens if I try to save Duke instead. I'm not going to use that file, though, because when I next play, I do want to go with the consequences of, having gone for Gretchen instead. So like I said, I feel like there could have been something where, maybe you let Gretchen go in the moment, but if you have talked to animals, you could sort of get her back in later, but I didn't want to risk that. I cannot have Gretchen die. But, yeah, even if I go look at what actually happens, I'm not going to overwrite this. Unfortunately, Duke is super dead now in this world state. So yes, we'll continue. Here's the credits. Alright, so here are testers now. I don't know how quickly to go through this. I'm sort of just speed reading all the names. Also, Petra's skeleton is a rad-as-hell name, we'll say. So yeah, Scarlet Hollow. I was super invested in it when I saw the stream of this beforehand. It was the entire game. Or, the entire Episode 1 game. So, I decided to back it because it looked really cool. I liked the writing, and just generally the effort that's being put into this. And being able to play it for myself has been really nice, because I did see quite a few differences. Trying to think back to the date night playthrough, I think I kind of chose similar choices at times to what Chirps and Dvac did. So even, not trying to be a huge jerk in this run, because I took different traits, there was a whole lot of different stuff to do. And I also appreciate the fact that I even managed to see a combination at the end there, where I could just combine mystical and talk to animals. That is an option that nobody else would get unless they chose the traits I did, so yeah, that is super neat. I am very much interested in seeing how this game progresses. Unless they don't want people streaming later episodes, I will definitely be streaming this in, it said May, right? In May. I will absolutely stream Episode 2 unless they don't want me to, in which case I will respect that and just play on my own. It can be hard to tell with games in general, but also visual novels especially. This is a visual novel that seems like it's going to pan out very differently depending on how you play, which is very nice. But yeah, in the meantime, let's see, I think on Saturdays, they do stream just some developments. I think it's only like draw streams. They're not like showing off any of the script or anything. I'm still not watching them because I don't want to be spoiled on that either, but in case that's something you're interested in, their blogs are also very interesting. Don't want to know. I'll probably link them in the description, so I don't know how much time I want to dedicate to talking about them, but like, seeing sort of the way they had to tinker around with episode 1 is neat. For example, they actually started the game initially by having like the player visit a gas station, and then, you know, you'd get some, as they described it, very tutorially dialogue, you know, and that's why they scrapped that idea, because it felt like you were just going there for a tutorial, and you were talking to somebody who was just there to exist as a tutorial. So then eventually they changed it to just be the horrifying man on the bus, who hopefully we'll never have to speak to again. In addition, they were also going to have like an initial Meet the Cast segment where like you just had to go around doing errands for some reason and you'd meet everybody, but then they didn't think that really felt natural. So like, you have moments here where you hear about other characters, but you don't necessarily meet them. Like, I'm not looking forward to meeting Bo. That seems like it's going to be a very uncomfortable conversation. Hey, sorry, I saved a dog instead of your husband. But yeah, and then like, oh shoot, I forget the character's name, but Stella was talking to somebody on the phone who's going to be a character we meet properly, but like in later episodes, and I really like that design decision because it really does feel more natural to just not meet everybody immediately. Because, yeah, it would feel weird otherwise. I like how it's set up here, where we know these characters exist, they're hinted at, we get a little bit of who they are without having to meet them directly, and then we'll meet them directly later. It's fine. Other than that, yeah, the other thing is about choices in this game. There is, of course, some spoilers in the blog posts. Like, I did know about one thing ahead of time. One of the traits does actually let you go for Gretchen and Duke at the same time. Don't know what that'll mean in the long run, but basically they didn't want you to, you know, they wanted traits to matter, so you can have a trait that is very good for that particular situation, but supposedly it won't be perfect in the long run. I think it's like the strong stat. I think strong stat is what lets you do that, but yeah, so sometimes there are options like that, but in general, even with that, they didn't want, like, they didn't want too bad of a world state, is how they described it. Like, in planning, there was, you know, initially you could actually fuck up both. You could let Duke die and let Gretchen escape. So, but yeah, that basically it's all in the name of not having the player load for fucking up. So, stuff happens, there are consequences, but it's not like the game is just going to say, hey, guess what, you chose the wrong option, fuck you, everything's ruined, good job, idiot. Which is why I was kind of hoping there would be a talk to animals option in the moment. I was hoping there'd be something else that helps. I was kind of hoping I could, like, yell to Gretchen and save Duke, but, you know, Gretchen flying into a blood rage does kind of work as an excuse why that isn't a thing. So yeah, now I just kind of have to deal with that. And I'm not going to load... Yeah, the blog said, hey, we don't really want players to just, you know, min-max their runs, so I'm going to do my best to not do that. But they also wanted to make the options clear as well. Back there, you know, when I did have the option to save Duke or Gretchen, neither one said specifically, this character lives or dies. It didn't have to specify what happens, because Stella had already talked about Gretchen escaping the harness, so you can see pretty clearly this option is going for the flashlight instead of Gretchen. Pretty good chance that if I don't choose that, Gretchen gets away. And I think looking back in general, they have done a pretty good job with that. I don't think typically there's been any, major inconsistencies with what I've chosen versus what's actually said. There's been a few options where it's like, I personally thought it would do something slightly different, but it's not like, oh god, I don't know, Mass Effect, I think that's the example people go to. I haven't played Mass Effect, but just people do examples of Mass Effect dialogue where it's like, you have the option to just say, I don't know, here's the Renegade option where you say, have a nice day, and then it's just, have a nice day, fucker, or something like that. It's not a but yeah, I feel that thus far, they've done a very good job in indicating what, options do. Which is good, because sometimes I'm dumb. Sometimes my attention just sort of lapses, so if I can follow it, I think that's probably a good indication that they have done a good job. And I guess the only other thing I want to mention from the blogs is, you should definitely read them, because so much of... There's so much effort in how relationships work in this game. Initially, it was just going to be a good point, bad point system. But then they decided, no, let's not do that. And so, depending on what options you choose, that will basically alter, multiple views of, the character towards the player character. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Because I want to see what all of the, considerations are, or whatever. Updates. Alright, rewrites. Okay, deep dive into Scarlet Hollow's relationship system. So, I just want to read off the fucking chart, that determines how sort of everybody feels about you. Yeah, so there's, let's see, there's agreeable versus adversarial, open versus closed, bold versus passive, reliable versus unreliable, insightful versus dull. So there are so many, attributes. I'll just go with the word attributes. I'm struggling to come up with words for some reason. But yeah, there's just so many variables depending on what you choose. And each of those variables are also different per person, right? Reliable versus unreliable, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of characters in the game will probably sort of always prefer you to be reliable. But bold versus passive kind of varies wildly from person to person. Sorry, brain dying. I guess I'm just gonna go with the example they used. Basically, Tabitha reacts to you differently, depending on how you talk to her. In fact, I probably was the worst about talking to Tabitha because she prefers it if you are more direct with her. Whereas you can probably be, less confrontational and other people will appreciate that. Tabitha wants you to just shout shut the fuck up at her. Actually, to be fair, I don't think I was the worst. I didn't try to lie to Tabitha and be like, oh yeah, this house is great, but I also wasn't extremely bold. So that probably changed things. Stella probably also likes boldness, but I think I also went a little bit passive towards the end, with good reason, and she didn't seem to mind too much. Also, one of the fucking really rad things is, one of the things they point out in the blog is that, like, how people feel about you will also change. Dialogue not necessarily. Well, it's kind of related to your options. Basically, they mention how if you start bold with Stella, but then sort of peter off and be less bold, Stella will actually mention that. She'll be like, "Hey, I thought you were a little more adventurous when I first met you." And, like, I just read that and I'm like, Jesus. That kind of rules. That they actually take into consideration just how you act initially and how you might act later. So, like, if you start making different decisions, you know, maybe you did that accidentally, or maybe that's, like, an informed choice that you, the player, are trying to make. But, like, the game acknowledges that, and that's wild. So, I am extremely interested in seeing where this heads. I'm hoping there's a point in which I can reveal my Talk to Animals ability in Episode 2. I'm also kind of curious if I could have let that slip in this one, and if, like, that would have actually had long-reaching consequences. Would Stella have believed me and just know? Would she just know that I can talk to animals? So yeah, reading those has gotten me more interested than I was before, just because, like, God, there is so much work being put into this, and I am very curious as to how other people will play this and how that'll turn out for them. It is extremely wild. I am very excited. So yeah, like I said, you can read the blog posts. I'll link them in the description on the VOD. Just because, just so you have a more coherent, a more coherent explanation. You know, listen to the people who made the thing talk about how they made the thing, instead of the secondhand, well, I read what they talked about. But yeah, I guess that's just about it. Look forward to Episode 2, apparently in May, unless that changes. I don't know. Who knows what'll happen in this crazy world of ours. I am hoping for a May release date, though. It's a ways away at this point, but I mean, you heard what I was just talking about, right? This is gonna take time to write. There's a lot to consider all the time. This is a really complex visual novel. So, you know, honestly, if anything, April seems like it's a little too soon. I'm surprised, because this was September, I think, was the initial release? So yeah, oh, and of course, other changes thanks to the Kickstarter. Of course, we already know about Talk to Animals. However, I believe one of the other goals they met, perhaps more complex than even the text and the dialogue and the characters. Everybody's outfits are going to be different every episode. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was way lower than even Talk to Animals. But yeah, just a very dynamic system where they have new art for each episode. You might think that sounds simple, but what's Stella gonna wear on Tuesday after the events that transpired on this day? I mean, I can't possibly know. It's probably not going to be Mothman. She's probably not going to reuse Mothman. But if she had another Mothman shirt, a different Mothman shirt, she might not wear that. Because, I mean, who would be in the headspace to wear a Mothman shirt after this day? See, I know the complexity that goes into extra art for each character. You think it's just, hey, this character wears a Sailor Moon shirt day 1, who knows what other anime shirt they'll be wearing day 2. But, a lot goes into a wardrobe. Anyway, I'm just fucking speaking nonsense at this point. I'm gonna shut up now. This was Scarlet Hollow. This was fun and also mildly horrifying. I knew everything that was going to happen, especially since I didn't get anything new and decided to let Duke get shot, so, you know, there was no huge story beat surprise for me, just a whole lot of little surprises along the way. But even then, you know, pretty gruesome what happened to old Duke. But yeah, it's one of the other reasons I look forward to Tuesday, because that'll be a whole surprise for me. That's gonna be all new if I'm able to stream that. And I guess before we leave off then, that's Scarlet Hollow Episode 1 done. So, of course, next Tuesday is going to be more Hades, but next Thursday, apparently I'm just in the RPing mood, so we're going to be playing another, you know, more character-based game. Certainly not one that is in-depth quite as much. It's complex in its own ways. I don't know if I want to say what it is outright. Well, you know, I should say what it is because I might not even end up finishing it. You might think, what could I possibly play that I wouldn't finish? Especially, you know, if it's an RPG. You know, RPGs aren't usually too bad, you know. Maybe you might not finish the super bosses, but what else could there be? Well, here's the thing. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 7th Stand User is actually a really difficult game from what I hear, and while I know various things about it, I really don't know how to play it, so next Thursday we're gonna start that journey. Don't know how that's going to go in the long run. We'll just have to see. But yeah, for this week, Kid's adventures are finished, and we'll move on to some other adventures later down the line. But Kid will be back. Again, probably. As long as I can actually play the game, I want to respect the author's wishes, but as long as I can play it, I absolutely will. And yes, now I'm talking in circles, so that is definitely the end of the stream. Goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna shut up now.